Grandma in Pink. That was Grandma in Pink. Grandma in Pink. Okay, I got this one. See, it's got a little pretty on it. And it's a razor. And she taught me, Grandma in Pink taught me, when there's a little bit of a hair, you just do this. And I always carry one of these everywhere I go. It's like a purse essential. So, I pick at my nose constantly because I was just sorry. Hold on, I gotta put it back. I pick at my nose constantly because I was taught by my family that nobody grosses God out worse than somebody who does this and a moco falls out. And nothing grosses out God more than when there's a moco like stuck and it's like somebody can see it. So I have always been somebody who will just mess with my nose until it bleeds or there's like absolutely nothing in my nose. Because it gave me weird problems to know that gods don't like mocos. And it's like, oh, shit. Speaking of the fact that gods make you put up with me talking about piss or something to decide whether they're going to help you guys in medical emergencies, because gods don't even like a moco right here, much less dealing with your like piss and shit when you're in medical emergencies. So gods create that reap what you sow, where you'll put up with me talking about piss or something that's gross. So then they'll go to the emergency room if you ever end up in emergency and deal with your piss. They don't like it. Because the piss out of Jesus is holy, sacred, and very precious and beautiful to a God. But the piss of a human makes everybody sick. Because they're usually immoral. And when it's a child of God or a good boy or like a godly, when they're really good people, their piss is very spiritually, very morally beautiful. But everybody else has kind of shitty piss because they're shitty people and gods don't like it. Because gods are so into like purity and high quality, high standard, like spirituality and stuff. So I learned from them to be weird about my nose until there's absolutely nothing near my nose. And I learned from Grandma in Pink to just sit and always have a razor around and always get every little thing when there's any little hair that kind of just seems uncomfortable or weird or standing out. Why? Because Grandma in Pink learned when she was a teenager that men fixate on weird hair just standing out. So even if you sat with waxing and had your face waxed, if you didn't notice that one hair is growing a little bit faster than the rest of them, men fixate on it and hate it and get grossed out. So Grandma in Pink learned as a teenager, don't ever gross out a man. Why? Because when Grandma in Pink was growing up, once you marry a man, you're stuck with him. And once you get a man, that's the man that takes care of you forever. So back in the days of Grandma in Pink is like back in the days of the Great Depression and very sad times where a woman had to find a man and that man had to take care of the woman forever because like their family wouldn't take him back and stuff. So she would learn and she taught me until I have a weird problem with it too. And I have tried waxing, and when you wax yourself, it's so pretty and waxed, but one of the hairs will grow back weird. Something will grow back faster than everything or grow back weird. And men fixate on that. Men will sit and stare and fixate on a hair that's growing back faster than everything or something. So unless you're willing to wax yourself when you see any hair constantly. Unless you're willing to just go back and get waxed when there's any little thing. You could be bothering men unbelievably over just one hair that's in the wrong place. And it's like, sometimes you wish people wouldn't share these bits of intelligence, because when you are a dead god, or when you have weird problems already, it kind of bothers you until you mess with your nose too much and you sit and do that with a razor too many times. You're like, thanks for the wisdom, Grandma. I would have rather had you teach me to put curlers in my hair, walk around in pajamas forever, or something good I would have wanted to learn. Oh, but it makes you so sad. It makes you think about women in the old days, and how women from the old days had to get a man to love and marry them, and had to keep that man because it was their livelihood and their life and their future. Very literally, if a woman ever got married and the man dumped her or something, those women would die like it was nothing, because they had nothing. Their families wouldn't take them back. In the old days, you had to keep a man, and it was that depressing and that sad. It was like woman and female had no identity but to get married fast and young and hold on to the man. It was depressing stuff. You know what? I thought, well, as I'm thinking about the weird things from the past and things that people have taught me, I think you guys should think or say, my queen, my queen, my queen. Not to end up neurotic over weird shit, but to think about Grandma in Pink. Grandma in Pink from the Great Depression was a great impact and a great love of the gods and Jesus. Grandma in Pink was in the family, chosen by the devil, but ended up remarkably loving and beautiful towards God, Jesus, and I. And that's the lady that would put the Christmas decorations in Hamul, right near that golf place. So in Hamul, California, where there used to be a big golfing thing, and there was a road. There was a road right near that golfing thing. There was some people that put Christmas lights and Christmas decorations up in the mountain right across from the golfing Hamul area. And everybody felt the power of God and the power of Jesus when those little Christmas things were in the yard. And everybody would drive by and realize that those Christmas decorations in the yard were very, very different than any Christmas decorations anywhere. Those were Grandma in Pink's little attempt to make God and Jesus and I happy by putting little Christmassy stuff everywhere. And having fun, that she went through the Great Depression but could still enjoy nice things like a nice Christmas. So I think today I want to bring up that you guys should think or say, my queen, my queen, my queen, and find out all about the great Grandma in Pink and how Grandma in Pink was chosen by the devil. So Grandma in Pink was in that family the devil chose to force me to be born into. One of the scariest things that evil enemies do to us good gods, make us walk through the valley of every bad things can do to us and still win. But that Grandma in Pink lady was so loving to God, Jesus, and I, that gods were actually wondering if she could become like Mary and Joseph, and maybe become the family chosen by the devil, but overcomes the bad things of devil reality to become a greater, beautiful giant of gods instead. And that was the big fun. The gods really got into trying to transform Grandma in Pink from something bad the devil would like to something amazing like a Mary and Joseph that the gods would like. And I thought, well, it's a good time to brag that a good God really wishes you wouldn't turn to the devil. It's fun to brag that gods really wish you would end up with God, not the devil. And there are good devils that good gods make, but we're talking about the bad devils that do bad things to us good gods. And I thought, well, you guys should think or say, my queen, my queen, my queen. It's so fun to talk to gods about how they fight so hard and believe so much that good things could end up good, or even something very good could come out of very bad things. It's kind of cool to hang out with angels and gods about stuff like that. And then, yeah, if you want to develop any weird problems about what you should do constantly because people view or don't view things certain ways, oh, my queen, my queen, my queen, these gods can get you all concerned about things. Some people like to know what bothers men the most. Some people like to know what would make a woman just talk crap the most, so they can just not do it and avoid it, or create a weird neurotic in themselves to just avoid what they don't like or want. So, I mean, if you guys wanted to, gods know these things, but man, it sure actually bothers me. But gods will do the gossipy thing, but only the good legal gossipy thing. Gods will do the backstabbing thing, but only the good legal backstabbing thing. Gods love paybacks, or to be really, really mean to your enemies if you're being bullied or something. So that one's kind of fun. Gods love Jerry Springer, or like over drama, but once again, only legal, good, appropriate. But if you like any of those out there stations, man, think or say, my queen, my queen, my queen, there's always a god in every category that likes all kinds of different stuff.